Rachel McLeod, and I am a licensed clinical social worker and emotional wellness coach. And today, I want to talk with you about the topic, if you can't get into your own heart, how do you expect your partner to? And because that's really what many of us expect, and this really trips us up a lot, and we're not getting a lot of love in there. We're not feeling joy, we're not feeling passion and future and promise, and a lot of that is, we're projecting that out onto our relationships, and we feel like they don't care about us, they're not meeting our needs. And there's a lot of dissatisfaction and hurt and stagnation happening right here in your own inner world, and then in your marriages, and then it's reflecting out on your children. And been there, done that. And I thought it would be a really great conversation to have about this. And because we need in our heart, that's what we got in these relationships for. Hopefully, right? Some of us got into the relationship for other reasons, but really, ultimately, what we really want is a heart connection. And because that's really where we come alive. We come alive when we're standing in each other's heart energy field, right? And our children come alive, and there's so much that happens there. And it's life-giving. And it really, that's where a lot of the vibrance comes from, is when we're living from the heart. And they say that, right? Like we have this saying, and it's, I think it's more real than what we think it is. We think it's metaphoric, or a metaphor or whatever, but it's not. I really think that that's really where the juice comes from. And yet we know that if you've got symptoms of anxiety, depression, and traumatic stress, right, it's it really can keep you out of your heart. It can keep you really trapped up into your mind, and overthinking and worrying, and trying not to worry, and trying to suppress the problems, and the trying to suppress the frustrations and the grief and the racing thoughts, and trying to suppress the panic attacks, and trying to suppress the fear, and trying to suppress the powerlessness and the lack of control, and the feeling of doom that is coming over your life. And that practice of trying to work it through there and white knuckle that, we do that from here. We do that from our thinking center. And so it's really difficult to get down in our heart, because we have to keep such tight control up there. And we have to do all the things like distracting ourselves and soothing ourselves, and avoiding anything that would trigger us. And it really blocks us from living richly from the heart and relaxing, right? That's that relaxing is really the piece where the heart goes and turns on. Unfortunately, that relaxing piece where the heart turns on, if you've got problems like anxiety, depression, traumatic stress, memories that, I mean, past events that your brain is still working on, or past emotional wounds, or future wounds and future fears, future events, right? If your brain is out there at all and thinks it needs to be out there, it's really hard, because that part will go whatever direction it wants to go in those moments of relaxation, because that's part of how the brain functions. Is once you relax, your inner healer says, "Oh, it's time to go fix some things," you know? And then you go there, and then it triggers you, and you're out, right? But after that, right? So let's say, and this is what happens when I'm working with people a ton, right? So I help the brain, finally, this part of the brain, get all the work done it wants to get done, right? And what happens is, as it's doing the work it wants to get done, you they women come into we come into a whole nother level of relaxation, and the heart starts turning on. And you know it, because they start to change, right? Their face changes, they light up. And I'm telling you what happens. And when this thing turns on, is the animals come from all parts of the house. They need to sit on mom's lap. And the children come from all areas of the house. And I'm doing this right here at them, and I'm seeing their kids come, and I people everywhere in their house, they can feel it, and everybody wants to be part of mom's like vibrance. And I can see, like, especially because mom's shifting in and out of brain states, and she's got the cat on her now, and she's got, and it can really pull her back out from her heart in that moment. But um, because everybody wants some of that, especially the first couple times, because it's been so long, right? It's been so long. And so, And it's kind of like, the saying right now that, that my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, right? But let me tell you, let's reframe that. And it's like this heart vibration, the pulse just brings, it's so attractive, it's so magnetic. And when you get to walk around with that kind of eh, heart magnetism, you're pulling in exactly what you want. You're feeding your babies with this heart juice. You're feeding your marriage and your partner with the heart juice. That's why they say happy wife, happy life. It's real. It's real because when mama's happy, that thing starts radiating out everywhere. And that's when, no matter, if mama fits the stereotypical magazine that has us like photoshopping out all of real life and what life is supposed to look like and all the juiciness of all of our dimples and all of our extra fluff wherever we have it, right? But it's like no matter what, all of a sudden, husband is or partner, wife is walking next to a human that is radiating that juicy stuff, that heart stuff, and they feel like the luckiest person on the earth to be standing next to this person that can radiate this. And for someone like me, I just like to watch that. And you can see it. And look around. You'll see those people. You'll see those ones that are in their heart, and you're just like, hmm. And if you're like me, also, you'll start looking around at the other people around them and seeing what they're seeing and seeing what they're noticing and seeing what they're feeling. It's an experience to watch it, you know. And that's one of the reasons why I do what I do with anxiety and why I'm so about eliminating these symptoms, eliminating, because once we get that stuff through, the rest of all this stuff turns on, right? Because so when you're relaxing and your heart can get to moving a bit here, and your inner healer goes and like gets stuck over in trying to process stuff and trying to bring, it starts arguing with your survival system. It's not going to win that, and so it can't get the stuff done. So it's not, nothing smooth is happening, and you've got war going on inside, and your heart's racing, and you can't get there. You can't even get there. But once you can get your inner healer that the work it wants done, it becomes all available to you. And really, and this is the deal, is that if you can't get in your own heart, how do you think a partner is going to be able to do that for you? And we expect them to, and we're angry with them, and we're mad at them because you don't care about me, you don't see me. Let me tell you what, maybe they do, maybe they don't, I don't know. But even if they were to, all of this going on makes it so that they can't get in. And what we're actually training people to do is fail. We start dating, sometimes stuff gets in, and we're like, oh, it lights us up. And they're like, oh, yeah, look what I just did. I just lit this person up. And that happens. And then you get married, or you move into the same house, or you get that first emotional hurt, that first boundary violation, which is going to happen. And all your triggers come back up, and your heart armor comes on, and and now it's yours. That stuff was there before they came in here, and now they try to do the same things, and they try to impact you with love, but now it's more guarded, and they can't get in anymore. Well, guess what? The truth is, you can't get out. That's yours. That's not for anybody else. You can't get out, and they're trying to come in. They're trying to come in. It's not working. It's not working. They can't light you up anymore because the protection is there, the anxiety is there, the depression is there, and they can't get in anymore. And so they finally learn it's no use. And then the other thing that happens is that because you're seeing now out of the lens of anxiety, depression, traumatic stress, you're not even able to see past that to the person anymore. You can't see them. And now they know that they're with somebody who cannot even see them and who has no space for them. And that's discouraging and deflating. And now they love you, but they can't get that juice from you. And they're just malnutrition from that stuff. And they're sad. And now where are they going to get their connection from? They want it from you. They want it from you. They want it from you. Your children, where are they going to get the connection from? They want it from mom, but mom can't connect anymore. When they need the comfort, how can they do that? You can't comfort yourself. How are you going to comfort your kid? And then your head's got you all up here and you're not being able to be present. So you can't see your kid. You don't even know when they're going through stuff that they need your comfort. You're missing it. And so there's so much emotional malnutrition that's going on. There's so much heart juice malnutrition that's happening because you can't get this to work. And then we don't know where the problem is. We can feel the problem. We can sense the problem. We're seeing misery and sadness, and we're seeing our kids curl back from us. We're seeing the avoidance. We're seeing they're starting to get some matching heart armor on them too. And we want to get in there with them and get some of their heart juice, and it's not available for us either. And we want to reconnect with our spouse because now we got open a little bit, and now there's heart armor over there and you can't get in there anymore. And we're lonely and we're sad and disconnected. And I want you to understand that ultimately, if if you can't get into your heart, do not expect somebody else to be able to do it. And it's not like Disneyland where some prince is going to come along and he's going to just do the right thing, and all of a sudden it just opens up and you're free again, right? They're going to come and rescue you. I want you to know, I already tested that out. It doesn't work like that. That leads to really bad stuff. Unrealistic expectations, more pain, more hurt, more isolation, more loneliness, more anger, resentment, confusion. That's the seeds of codependence. That's the fruit of codependence, as a matter of fact. And so this is a really big deal. This is stuff we're putting on our partners. We're telling our partners, make me function right. If you were just going to get me some flowers, I could function right emotionally and mentally. Like, we want them to get in our dashboard and like play the music for us. No, that's your job. You need to learn how to do that. You need to learn how to make yourself light up. And I'm going to tell you that if anxiety, depression, traumatic stress are what you got going on, that's what you have to resolve. That's what that baggage is all about that you're carrying around. It's blocking you from being in your heart. It's blocking you from every dream you want to have. That healthy relationship, the friendships, the connections. That's it. It's in there. And once you learn how to resolve that, all of a sudden everything comes back online. Your heart's awesome. It's doing great in there. We just need it to come out. We need to pull it out. Let it live. That's what this work is about. That's why it's so important for you to eliminate your symptoms of anxiety, depression, traumatic stress. That's why it's important for you to learn how to break up the fight between your survival center and your thinking center. Like, those guys need to get along because there's a lot at stake. And if they can get along, everything opens up. Everything opens up. I was just thinking about a client of mine, and I'm gonna interview her later this week. We had some fires here, so we had to postpone that. But her relationship with one of her children just is so transformed because she's not looking at him through the lens of anxiety. And she's back to nurturing him and connecting with him. It's beautiful. He's totally different. You know, I got another one. Gosh, so many stories where people couldn't connect and now they can connect. Where they live in terror and isolation, and all of a sudden they've got the best friendships of their life. They're taking stuff out on their partners, and they're pulverizing their partner with their own need to control and worry and freak out and rant about all the things all the time on repeat. Oh my God, right? And then where they're able to really step into their heart and have fun with their partners again. Let them take off the control, not have to use their partner to process their trauma on repeat. And now they can just be in their heart, and transformation after transformation. This is how we function. This is what we're supposed to be doing. It's available to everyone. You just have to learn how to do it. But I want you to understand, do not expect anyone to be able to do this for you. Nobody can open up your heart for you, and it's not anyone's job to do it. And if they did, you would need them for the rest of your life to be able to open your heart. Codependence, anyone? That's where that leads. If you can't open your heart by yourself, and I get it. It took me quite a while to get right here. Okay? I tested out a lot of stuff, and I could save you a lot of time and drama just by telling you this one thing. It's nobody's job to open your heart but yours. Take full responsibility of that. Learn how to do it. Let's get that. And let me tell you, it's not your heart that needs the work. It's your survival system. Okay? Learn how to work with your survival system and unlock your full potential. Let's get that heart playing in this game, man. It's like you're playing basketball with only one player. You're right here, this guy right there. And this guy over here is sabotaging it. That's one of the teammates, and he's not letting anything happen. The other team is scoring, and you got one player, and your heart's on the bench, like, hey, can I get in? Can I get in? Can I get in? You know, no, you can't, because I'm out here doing all the things, right? But let me tell you what, you get your heart on board, you get your survival center on board, you get your subconscious mind on board. That's four. On your, and your body, right? Because we have to clear all the trauma, anxiety, and depression from your body too. That's five players. You got a whole team. What happens then? Let's find out. Let's find out. Get it. Learn how to do this and get it. And let me tell you, if this is something you want to see if I can help you with, right? Because this is something that this is my whole bag of chips. This is what I'm so excited about. And there's many of us out there, but I'm the one in your face right now. So I'm going to invite you. If you want to see if I can help you with this, and if I can help you eliminate your symptoms of anxiety, depression, and traumatic stress in 2 to 6 months instead of 2 to 6 years, so that you can get your heart in this. Start sharing all of that heart juice, heart love with the people that are the closest to you and the most important to you, and the people you haven't even met yet. If you want to see if I can help you with that, go ahead and grab a spot on my calendar by going to rachelmccloud.com/call. And we'll talk about it. And I'll be very honest with you. And we'll take a look. Okay. And so that's my invitation to you. But really come into your heart. Do what you got to do to solve these problems and get into your heart. Okay. So that's all for me. I just wanted to tell you that, and just really help you get the expectations on correctly. Because let me tell you what, this is the last piece of juice I'll tell you. When you can get in your heart, people start vying to get in there too. They just want to be there too. I mean, you'll watch the people that you thought you just could never connect with, or people that you've been trying to connect with, and all of a sudden you make this one shift and you're opening this stuff up, and just pouring in. It comes pouring in. So I'm just saying, get you some of that opening and that heart juice in there, and see what happens. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.